I thought I would talk today about how things going on in the world, outside influences, can affect you when you're trying to make your art. In the UK this week, as in all over the world, there's been a lot of unrest and it's been pretty horrible, to be honest. Anyway, on Wednesday, there was all this talk on the media about riots that were going to take place. And this has been building up for a long time now. So anyway, I thought I'd try and take myself away from the situation by just getting on and doing a bit of painting. So I got my watercolour paints out and I just started applying watercolour to the paper, letting it drip around. And as you can see, it's quite chaotic, isn't it? There's all sorts of unpredictability going on all over the place. So it seems that what's going on in the outside world is actually having an effect on my inside world as well. And what I noticed when I was doing this was I wasn't being mindful about colour. I was just taking paints out of my watercolour palette here and just randomly putting things down, not paying too much attention of what colour goes next to what, and just randomly, just putting colour down all over the place in a chaotic manner. And this red here, when I was mopping up the mess I'd made, it actually looked like I was holding a blood-stained cloth. Just seemed representational of what's going on, or how I feel things are going on at the moment. Anyway, the next day, I tried to bring some order to this chaos, and I've gone back in what was on the paper and highlighted certain areas with a white Posca pen as contrast to the red, and also used this black fine liner pen here, on the way around, just to go around and add detail to certain areas and give it a bit more interest. And it's okay, that's how I was feeling at the time, but each time I look at this I'm going to be reminded of the way I felt, and how I felt so unsettled and angry, I suppose, as well. Angry at how I've let this outside factors come into my own sanctuary, into my own mind. So today I've started out with a better mindset. I've got myself some really nice Arches watercolour paper, so the best quality paper, and the paints I've used today, instead of being random, I've chose a blue, this yellow and this orange to add paint to the paper, and then just a random colour, this one here, which I like, and just apply those to the paper in a very peaceful and mindful way. And as you can see already today, although there's chaos going on, it's all much softer and blended. And then what I'll do is I'll let the paper dry, and then I'll mindfully go back in and see if it needs any colour added, or I might just go around looking for areas to enhance with my black fine liner pen or my white Posca pen. But as you can see, mood really does have an effect on your painting. So if you're not in a very good mindset, you're not going to get the result that you're probably after. But if you need to make art, just make it anyway. And like I said, this is a lesson to be learned from this for me. I can look at it, I can know what was going on in my mind at the time. The chaos, disorder. And then the next day, trying to bring it back to order again, as I say, with a white pen and a black pen. And then letting that go and moving on to a much more tranquil period.